Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Shy Evening and first of all, listening in the background. Let's see if everything is alright. Yeah, we are live. And my microphone is not on. Okay. So, hi everybody. I guess Milo wants to be here as well. So, Hunters of Justice. Are they hunting for justice, or will justice find them? There is a lot of problems in the city right now. Is it a job city, I think?
Yeah. They jump for love. Jump in.
They always jump in everywhere. Okay, I guess I will have a laptop unless my mother comes in and takes them away for work. But she's not here right now.
What?
So,
Then who was it? Her in the background.
You probably heard me.
Okay.
I mean, she's not far, but she's not here at the moment. She went to visit someone.
Okay.
Try to clean up my thoughts before we start. Let's see. Finding the tail. Now, the question is gonna be finding the tail of the villain or finding the tail of everyone who is missing. She's not missing yet, but I know that's a thing that she does all the time. I think multiple times she went missing. And one of the time she did like a gun off and came back as white. And the FS didn't show it already happened. I mean, it always happened because Team Titans was before. Way before this. Because Robin is already Nightwing in this moment. And they are much older.
Yep.
But then,
Well,
isn't Haven for us supposed to be not available anymore? I forgot the
that's
neighbor's
it.
name.
There is something I don't know. The rate at which they age could be different. Just because Robin's an adult may not be because the others are as well for their species.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Shape changing notwithstanding, though, Garfield should be human, and I would imagine you be an adult too, if Robin is.
I mean, there was an episode where we went into the future with them, and I'm pretty sure Garfield could become was old. So, yeah, I believe Garfield and Robin are just humans.
Believe he was mutated with alien DNA, though. That potentially could affect his aging rate, speeding it up or slowing it down.
And also Cyborg is human as well. Although then the fact that he has cybernetics, he is still a human. Unless he changes every body part that they are similar age.
That would surprise me. Yeah, the human parts should age at the same rate, but the cybernetic parts should age at the same rate as objects.
I mean, which can deteriorate, and they may have to be some out at some point. And we have the people of whatever, I don't remember the name of the thing. But there is a philosophy question of, if you swap everything, are you still the same thing?
Keep in mind that he does have access to advanced cybernetics.
Much more than usual. I mean, if you run out of cybernetics, you can just think about the teacher and medicine. But yeah, I think both Raven and Sapphire, and also Miss Martian, herself would age a lot less than a human would.
I think Diana and Donna might be downright immortal. If they're not killed in battle, that is.
I mean, yeah, it's said that they are, or at least close immortal. And is Raven supposed to be already, Raven and Sapphire supposed to be already older than the humans here? I don't think Sapphire is like 15 or something. She must be much older. Me actually check.
I suspect Brainiac is swinged all the way to cybernetics department.
Yeah, Sapphire's physics is 14 to 16, but she is closer to 20, 33 in her age.
Alright. Well, in Earth years, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's another thing, that if they born in another space, planet, then yeah, I can tell you that I am 4 years old. But our years are like 24 years in Earth calendar.
Right. Another planet may have a different yearly cycle.
Yeah? They must have even counting days and years and months. They might count in moons.
Right.
But that's just a thought, because we have been talking about.
The Remnantians age at identical to human, I think.
I mean, we didn't really have a comparison because they never showed us Earth.
Their age? Okay.
We can assume they are just human.
Alright.
Oh, not this one, sorry. My man. There's only one song in the whole playlist which has lyrics. Or two, but I find most of them. For now, it's fine. Because it seems we are in a normal scenario after everything calmed down. You're grown. Actually, you continue to turn the egg with one hand, using the other to shield her eyes from the light of the morning sun. I could do that as well, if I just pull my curtain off. Over this weekend, probably on Sunday. Or,
Actually, I think it will end on the weekend.
yeah? Also, yeah, how I saw many calendars where the end of the week is Saturday, not Sunday.
Oh yeah, I've heard the same thing, that Sunday actually is the start of the week.
I mean, for us Hungarians, Monday is the start of the day, but it seems for them Saturday is the answer.
I believe that a lot of people think that way because it could be the start of the work week.
Yeah,
Typically.
Saturday, they entirely replied while laying down on the couch. Don't go smart on me, Blake. I couldn't tell but Maddie smiled. And even though her mic was set to blink, He was tired of the photos was amused. Yang then felt her smile too, and yet another tired sigh escaped her lips. Here's a no. This week was just has been non-stop. I mean,
Question about
yes?
the Ruby show. Did they ever mention their calendar system, like days of the week or days of the month, years, anything like that?
Probably no, it's just normal. Everything else is just normal human. Earth-like. Other than the moon being shattered into pieces.
Given the fact it is a different planet, it's a little weird, but you never heard evidence to the contrary. They never said that let's meet together on Wednesday, something like that.
I mean, yeah, I think they mentioned some days. But, obviously the celebration days are different. I'm pretty sure we don't have real festival and tournaments like that. Tell me about it, girl. The officer sighed as he saw through the TV. I can actually imagine him doing that literally. Not using the emotional side, but actually using a surfboard to surf through the TV.
That was what I was going to say. They have the villain that can really do it, a control freak.
Yeah,
Surf through television.
he literally can do that.
If you turn it to a surfing channel, then sure.
Then he finds something mind-numbing to watch. Then he found the Teen Titans show. I haven't worked this hard in years. I think Nick's having a resurrection. Yes?
Given the physique I saw Control Freak in, I just have a suspicion that if he really did surf in a surfing channel inside the television, unless the physics have changed, he'd probably not do well.
No, you would be surprised, probably.
Maybe.
I mean, his physique is not as far off from some of the surfers. The surfers can range from very different physiques. It's more like the melons. You have to have melons and that's all.
You think he could surf well?
I don't know. But I can deny the fact that he has the possibility to do well.
Okay.
I think he's having got some prospect. I mean, I haven't seen him falling to his ass multiple times.
Remind me something. In Hungary, you're not next to an ocean anywhere along the border?
No. Not anymore.
Okay, so you got no beaches then.
I mean, we do have beach, but not ocean beach. We have river beaches and two front beaches, I think. But yeah, obviously we don't serve them. Get excited again, if already focusing on the task at hand. The obstinate Sky was showing no signs of abating anytime soon. He and the others have been working themselves to the moon. I have to, sorry. I have to.
Yeah, you have to. Gotta do whatever.
They are working themselves down to the moon. If you know, you know.
Heh, what if he's used to that?
Just to attempt the side, currently this is from falling into outside chaos. I mean, this girl would love that. The Divinity themselves were working together with the Titan to try and stop it, and all the consolation everyone had was that, thus far no major survivors had been involved. Major. Only losers such as Killer Mode, and Mad Mode, and Mambo Jumbo. Who is Killer Mod though? I think I have seen him. Him, her, I don't know.
That character would be offended by the description.
I mean, all of them are. Oh yeah, I remember him. I think he was in the episode where Sarah was in there. And once again, Sarah is not in the title.
I wonder if that character might actually be based on a real urban legend of a specific town that's said to be haunted or something like that.
It's Mothman! No, almost about his daughter though. Where she tried to see her hand as part of a jealous boy. That was interesting sight. Almost as interesting as when Pure fainted at the sight of Kitty's boyfriend, Fang.
I have a funny question here about Killer Moth. What if all you have to do is turn on a light and he keeps on trying to ram into it?
I mean, you just have to light the fire and he walks into it. I mean, I think he has the ability almost, not the characteristics. I don't believe he's running into the flames like an idiot.
I'm not intimately familiar with the abilities of the moth, except for one thing. I know they can fly.
I mean, yeah, we saw him having wings. And funnily enough, the wiki says, even though they said only losers can kill them, but the wiki says he is much more competent than any of his other portrayals, and is one of the Thailand's most powerful rivals. And they admitted it themselves. Yeah, loser, right? How a guy could survive and hit a spider for a head, or be somehow able to make out with the number whom a girl escaped her, and finally, he didn't want to know. The memory of death almost made her her, just like Joel did when it happened. I mean, every person their own. I don't know if you remember Fang or not. I remember him. I was joking when I saw him. Spider-Man! Spider-Man! It's a very messed up Spider-Man. And just to be sure, here is the daughter of
That looks like a really freaky helmet.
Mr. Killermot as well.
Interesting hairstyle he's got.
Yep. I think I say he punched a spider in the face. So he had nothing going for her. Do we have any leads as to why this is happening? Like as just as Ruby and White come out in the kitchen. I imagine them not walking slowly, but actually shuffling, just having top hats and cane and just coming into his like, hi!
I imagine they've not been waking and sleeping in shifts. Probably just leaving whenever there's an emergency and then coming back. Getting more and more tired.
Yeah, this is how they come in. They shuffle in. The former hair sighed deeply as she made herself comfortable, pulling out her scroll to read a little daily plan or article. Her eyes briefly scanned the headline, Try Me in Your City by Louis Lane. A very familiar name. Before meaning to read.
Hey, familiar, but you do recognize it?
I mean, what is Louis Lane doing in your city though?
I don't think she's there. I suspect she's probably just reporting it from her native city.
Or maybe she came in just to report. As well.
Well, I kind of do recall her chasing after the news. So if there's more going on in a different city than maybe in her own, perhaps she might take a detour there.
Yeah?
And I do think that is a lady that has some resources.
But it is still a headline.
Just what if while chasing the news, she happens to run into April O'Neil too?
That's a mistake, because I don't think the other teen titans are here as well. They are in New York, right? Or
Yeah. The Mutant Turtles are in New York for sure. And Metropolis was based off New York, I think.
but this is Jump City, so I mean, they are reporters. They go wherever the crime is.
I suspect all the fictional cities of the comic universe is probably based off a real city. If that's true, then I'm not sure which one Jump City's based off of. Might be something you can look up.
Wait, I did not know that. It actually happened. They met. 18 hours ago.
Then, well, wait, Lois, meaning April, no, that's still
No,
not gonna
no.
happen in the crossover.
I mean, I don't count Teen Titans Go as canon, and I don't know anything about that part of the Teen Titans lore either, so...
What? While initially that encounter might be unexpected for both parties, I don't know if they'll be overly shocked considering every other weird thing they've encountered. So the reaction might not be, what the heck are you? Instead it's like, oh, hi.
But
Oh,
this
yeah.
I can actually count as canon. In the comics, they met. The Teen Titans and the Turtles.
Well, you gotta picture this then. If the heroes are gathered together, the villains might have too, from both franchises.
Yeah? They didn't come up with one. With one mod.
Wait a minute. I actually remember seeing a review of a Batman team meeting the Ninja Turtles, and it was actually a damn good crossover too. That one was actually animated movie.
We are learning more and more things.
I can actually introduce you to Nostalgia Critic's review of that too, if you want me to. I mean, I could just post it in Discord if you wish.
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, go ahead and resume while I do that.
Garfield Edson found coming on the street. He hasn't told me yet, but he's usually on top of this kind of stuff. If he says someone's behind all of this, I believe him. The girls nodded, as at least before continuing what they were doing before. They sat together in silence, and the other fingers in, each showing signs of emotion. Coriander, wow, that's a way of writing that. Double upper so I know it's not wrong, but it looks wrong. Coriander's was facing in prior half, but now disheveled and frayed, dark bags forming under her eyes. Not bags. Not bags. I don't wasn't much better. Somebody a lighter shade of green than normal. And she set out to keep her current form. The road appears touching some of the two of the walls. The boy, half asleep, Vampire yawned heavily. And when Mike appeared, mostly the same. He had the light under his eye, but then his grand stage. Ruby chalked it up to being possible, although he couldn't help or notice that he appeared to be distracted somehow. Though them even compared to River's grand stage, which knew everyone's attention as she walked inside. Did she walk inside or did she levitate inside?
Or could I float?
I mean, that's what I said. Float and levitation is almost the same. Like miasma seemed to form over her head, affecting the storm of emotions swirling inside of her. Okay. I feel like this is too happy music for that.
Yeah. What if Raven met Magus from Chrono Trigger?
So
I
why
wonder
not?
if they would have gotten along.
They could. It all depends on what each of them do. But as well it is. I mean, dark bags that seem to be much deeper than everyone else's. I mean, I know that Hera was not there to sleep at this moment, when she is literally blaming herself for everything.
You
The
haven't played Chrono
nightmares
Trigger
come
before?
back.
Yeah, you haven't played Chrono Trigger before?
No, I want to at one point. But,
It's extremely good. It's the greatest masterpiece on the SNES. Anyway, a short description I can give to Magus is he's also a magical edgelord.
like every minute. He was also asleep and talked to her body, and she was hunched over, and she practically stormed over to the far side of the room. So he was walking literally. I wanted to say something, but no one did. They weren't quite sure how to how Lima would take it. But it was obvious that the sense of the recent event was getting to her. We felt a pang of guilt and pity across to her. Only to sharply look away, but he was it and turned to glare at her. Oh yeah, when an airport is angry.
Well, as an empath, she sensed the pity too. Like, I felt that.
Yeah. Beep! It was sweet. Something now her sailor to avoid her desire. He was sad at her for a few more moments before sighing. Sorry, Amy, I didn't mean to do that, she said, leaning further into her chair. It's just, I'm so tired. Hey? Garfield began, moving closer to her in order. No, don't worry, we are your friends, and we understand completely. No, you don't. Everyone looked towards everyone's smiling faces, and sighed before the smiling as well. Thank you. She then turned to face Ruby, and smiled knowingly. Ruby sounded like half confused, which only increased what not going on, and began to look towards her as well. Chloe was easily showing her excitement, bouncing up and down in the seat, while Megan smiled warmly. What?
You know that likes to bounce up and down with excitement.
Yep, that would be Pink Pie. What? Chloe finally asked, and then chuckled. Don't want me? Don't you remember what happens tomorrow? Halloween? Speaking of which, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be a vampire. Ooh.
Well, hold on. Who said that? Me,
Uh,
Yang?
they asked from Rumi. Rumi asked what?
Finally asked.
Not what me.
Yang
Do you
told-
remember what happened tomorrow? And she
Okay,
answered
so
back.
Ruby wants to go as a vampire?
Yeah?
Okay.
I can believe that.
Her cape kind of looks like that if it's got a little more tattered or something like that. And the color attire matches too.
Yeah? Yeah, I love chocolate, as you can. No, silly. Other than that, sounds pretty cool. I want to see Con. I can't do that. Coming out right, as Santa to her sister. She wondered what game her sister was getting yet. You might gold. Oh, for the love of... Your birthday is tomorrow, Rumi. Okay, so... We didn't know that, but it seems in human... Earth calendar, Rumi's birthday is in October. Halloween is October 31, right?
Yeah. Halloween's exactly the last day of October. But they didn't ever celebrate Halloween on Remnant, right?
I don't think they have it.
Actually, have they celebrated any familiar holiday? That you can remember?
No, they have their own holiday, and I said.
Alright.
I don't think I remember any at Christmas. But yeah, it is canon that her birthday is on October 31. I just checked. It's not a made of time.
Well, that might also tell you her astrological sign, too. And despite Yang being her sister, is not necessarily born the same day, so that doesn't quite answer it for Yang. In fact, it looks more likely now that Yang's birthday is not on the same day, because this information is not being passed to Yang too. Like, oh yeah, my birthday is also that day. But they're not saying that right now, so I don't think. I get the impression Yang is older anyway, right?
I don't remember what is after Libra. Because I know it's not Libra, because that is me. And after that one is Rumi.
Well, that is information you could definitely look up, because astrological signs it's certainly fixed to each day.
It's Scorpio. Which is, in a sense, quite ironic that her sign is Scorpio.
Why do you say that?
Because there is a villain in Rumi that is entirely Scorpio.
Alright. Well, he could be a Scorpio too, but if he's not, then I would call that the irony.
And he is one of my favorite villains. He has gallows. He almost caught Rumi's uncle.
Is that actually a fondness?
Yep, that's a bonus.
Okay.
I mean,
He
in the
never
series...
had-
Yes?
He never had a personal objective against Ruby specifically, right?
No, he was ordered to get her to the queen. Otherwise, not really.
Not
I mean,
much association, huh?
Let me fix it. No, he hadn't had any resentment against Rumi until Rumi got his tail off.
Yeah, that'll do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's no stinger on his hair, right?
No, that's just her hair.
Okay.
That's his hair.
It made it kind of look like that, and it's probably on purpose.
Yeah, it's a purpose.
Okay.
Initially, his fear is not visible when they first meet. He is literally hiding it like a super Saiyan would, like coiling it around his waist.
Alright.
Until the
Well,
first
he
time.
definitely looks like he has a crazed look to him there.
I mean, he is crazy.
Hmm.
Oh, for the love of, your birthday is tomorrow, Ruby. My father stated. Rumi said a link towards my partner for a few moments. As the same matter, it's not like an album, turning on.
You know what? Actually, I don't blame Ruby for this. She's not as familiar with her birthday compared to Earth's calendar holidays.
Yeah?
Especially the first time. I completely forgive Ruby for this one.
Also, a
Um,
lot has happened.
that's yeah, especially lately according to the story here.
I mean, if my planet would explode or I would face millions of enemies, I would forget my own birthday as well.
I kept thinking how much grief they should still be feeling about that because it's not like Superman's home where it blew up. They have the extra guilt of the citizens might still be alive, and as long as you're here, you're not rescuing them. So they got that to think about too.
And also, if you think about that, that is actually a sad day for her as well. But yeah, it's a celebration that you were born, but you get reminded that you were born on your planet that is not anymore.
There's been a lot of crime wave in Jump City too. I mean, right now, I don't think there's any guarantees that she's not going to be off duty during her birthday and Halloween.
Yeah, they call in the New York City Police Department that, sorry, we can't go, there is a birthday going on.
Well, if that really happened, do you think that the police might say back, at least in passing, well, happy birthday then?
Yes, but after taking off the phone, they would rumble a lot.
Then, now can you please come over and help us with this shootout?
Yeah, it's the police in all of the superheroes, they're like, oh yeah, those stupid superheroes are taking our job. But when they don't show up, we get suffer because they are not here.
It's great that it's your birthday, but please get here soon or else this will be my death day.
Would you call it a death day?
No one says it that way, but it could, because that's basically what it is for the opposite of your birthday.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, it is. We all attempt her chin. Huh. So what has been going on recently? It must have slipped my mind. Why am I not surprised? But it's gone. Causing Rumi to challenge the buffer out her cheeks. The changed cries of indignation by Cory could no longer contain her excitement. And flew over to the red hunter, grabbing hold of her tightly and spinning her around. Remember what I said about Cory jumping up and down? She is being Pinkie Pie right now, so there's definitely gonna be a party.
Yeah, they would get along extremely well. I think Corey and Pinky would be hugging each other, and I wonder who would hug tighter.
I mean, put probably Nora in the mix as well. You know, she is just like Pinkie Pie as well, with the
So then
excitement.
that complicates the question even further. Who would hug tighter?
I would probably say Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, I cannot entirely dismiss that. Because you gotta remember, she's got cartoon physics, and probably would still have it in that world.
You know what? It depends if there's lightning in the area or not. Because Nora can
Right.
take the lightning and be much more stronger.
exactly how strong Starfire is, but I do think she was pretty strong. I only vaguely recall that maybe she could lift cars
Yeah,
while still flying.
I think
Probably
he.
can't.
I think she is stronger than a cyborg.
I don't think she'd win in a fist fight with Superman if he was playing seriously,
No, no,
but
no, 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 no. That's not
she's
my
still pretty
question.
strong. Yeah, yeah.
She is definitely not Goku level, for sure.
I wonder if everything she could do is regarded as perfectly normal and even average for her species.
I mean, our sister meet her, so
That's basically true for Superman as well. The only thing that really separates him from the rest of his race may be his extra training. Um, Not everyone has martial art training like Superman does, and he even masters some styles that's native to his world.
yeah.
I forget what they're called, but I remember one of them fortified his mind from being dominated or scanned.
And that was one of the things that was needed in the long term.
Yeah, in that world, that can come in handy.
Oh yes, I am the most excited. Going extend and she got into space to me around. And my girlfriend, and I have been planning festivals for the last week. And I said, there's gonna be a party. There will be cake, presents, and wait. Don't believe the cake is always alive. So, we tried something called the assembly. I think you'll be enough. Are you sure? That's fine. I have a little ago just looking up. Hi. Wanting all the facts in the meantime, looking at what I'm talking about. Huh? Could not see she was still holding a little ruby. A nice expression on her face, while her face appears to be standing green. Oh, hey, friend Ruby, are you trying to imitate my other friend? Marion, right? No. Yeah, Marion.
Well, that or Garfield. He's also great.
Oh yeah, too. Yes, could gently place Ruby on the ground, who was in place before acting herself up. Herself. I'm okay. Ruby was on the ground. Only for her to catch her. I'm okay, thank you. I mean, this is actually a really good practice for her own semblance. Where she, disassembles herself into small patterns. And later on, even smaller molecular, weight. Which is making a question of why was she leaving patterns behind? But she was using the semblance in the beginning. That means that Lord might be her threat or something. Or she's always losing something when she uses semblance. We don't know. I am most sorry. Sorry, I apologize. Only for a moment to wait for all. It's fine. Lord. Robbie was intended by a loud Jackson. Jackson? Is it the siren or something like that?
I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking.
When you say Jackson, I think of Jackson from Star Trek. I don't even know if they call it that.
You know, I had a species in my story that was very close to that spell. Claxion is what I believe I wrote it.
Oh no! The ship was called Jackson in Star Trek.
Okay.
I was pretty sure that, yeah, that was Jackson. Extra meaning. Let me see. An active horn or warning hooter. Yeah, it's a cyan.
Okay. Well, some of the people in this room have not finished their breakfast yet. Either scarf it down fast or take it with them.
And also, there's something I don't know about. This is Jackson Jackson of Star Wars.
You said Star Wars?
That's what they said. New Star Wars Black. His finger.
Okay. He looks like
I've
Captain
never
Buck.
seen him, so he's definitely in the new series, so.
He looks like Captain Bucky O'Hare.
You know what that reminds me of? Jason Helmet. It's a very old game. But this guy,
Man, does he look drunk?
he is looking like that. From what I can imagine him, the game design doesn't look like Sonic, but he with a gun.
Okay.
It's a very old game. I don't even know if they made new ones. I know there were multiple, like 7 in the series or even more.
Why don't you start with the part indicating the Titan's Tower?
Yeah, I remember the Jackson. And the entire tower intercom has been turned on. Immediately, everyone's attention was directed towards the speakers housed in the room ceiling, waiting for the announcement they have been waiting for all morning. Everyone, meet me in the conference room. They calmly announced. Once again, if anyone says calmly announced or calmly said, I imagine Dumbledore taking Harry Potter. Then turn the intercom off. As soon as it did, the heroes rolled out to the seat and made their way downstairs toward the heart of the Titan Tower. Moving by a large set of sliding metallic doors. The doors opened automatically, and they approached, leading to a circular room, with a round table in its center and a large TV monitor embedded into the wall. At its head was Nick Grayson, dressed in his Nightwing uniform. Displayed on the screen was a young red-haired woman, wearing glasses and green coat.
That's not enough information for me yet.
It's gonna be multiple.
Okay.
If there wasn't the green coat, I would immediately call to Germany. Yes, had woman. I don't even remember her name though.
I wonder what the rabbit's children would look like with that kind of union.
But the scene shows she also was in the room, filled with the room, with monitors and various other surveillance equipment, several of which continued to run in the background. Ruby, to the Pam, I want you to meet Barbara Gordon, Officer Oracle, otherwise known as Oracle.
Now, did it establish that she's actually there, or they're talking to her through a monitor?
It's established that they are trying to wait.
The screen showed herself was in the room. Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
there.
I mean, she never actually left her room. And from what we know.
It's a bit of a challenge for her, but she's very handy capable.
Let me alone, and Mama turned to face them. She smiled and waved at them. And the others waved back. Hey Mama, name's Yang. Yang said, I know. This is my sister Ruby, my partner Blake, and Ruby's partner Rice. And I am Joel.
Wait a minute, that last thing she said, and Ruby's partner was. So it's not Yang's partner.
No?
It's Ruby's.
Because in the first time when they were making the teams up, there were literally 2 on 2. And Ruby was partnered up with Rice. And Yang was partnered up with Nick. So if Ruby had to spin up, it would be Ruby and Rice would be one pair. Nick and Yang would be other.
Okay.
And I am John. John asked Johnny before the acting card to the rest of his team. This is Pira, Ran, and Nora. Instead of saying that this is how they said it.
You know, to be more accurate, what Barbara should reply is, nice to virtually meet you all.
It actually sounds like, yeah, this is my sister Ruby, my girlfriend Nick, and her girlfriend Rice.
Okay. I think there would be multiple members of her team who would blanch at that and probably complain.
I mean, in a sense, this part is true. I think not fully established yet and of where I am, but I think it's very clear that they are Yang and Nick.
There's no doubt that someone in the world ships them.
I mean, technically they are But I will have to finish that before that. No. It's nice to meet you all, Mama replied. I just wish I could meet you all in person. So, you are the one who was coordinating everything in your time. They pointed out. And impressed. Mama smiled and nodded. And Blake nodded back. I'm impressed, Mama. I think you learn to do that. I played a lot of Catan. And Civilization. Oh, you know, there may be a few things here and there. Papa replied with a smile on her face. Her smile dropped as her face settled into a more serious expression, and she began to type into one of her many keyboards. What is open about me? You got many to discuss. Saying that and the queue, the temple heroes all took their seats among the tables. Turning the chat, and needed to look about Oracle. She had already begun to manipulate the screen to her advantage, minimizing her face, the single corner of the screen, and seeing the pin and the command from the rest. So it is a reaction window anymore. I mean, if you want, I can do that too. I can turn my face into little space, but there's no game structure.
Kind of already did with the screen you've been using. You're not taking up the whole screen right here.
Yeah.
However,
Who knows? I actually am, but I am behind.
But this particular camera shot, nothing's reversed, right?
This is my left hand.
So yeah, that's correct. So your shirt should read forwards then.
It should.
Yep.
I am not sponsored. Just have to say YouTube. I am not sponsored, but I don't care. I can show. And I'm sure you are more than aware, Oracle continued, for the past few weeks, Johnson has experienced a marked increase in the crime rate. You don't say. Current estimate of place into a near 40% increase, the memorial incident. Even though the climate increased shortly afterwards, I'm willing to bet my life the two are interconnected. Yes. Makes sense, Joel agreed, rubbing his hand across his chin, resting one leg on his knee. Everything sounds falling apart shortly after that. Me, how abnormal is the climate this high in the city? Really? I didn't say that. That wasn't the line. Dynamic astronomically. Last time Jump had a climate this high was the intimate aftermath of the Russian war. This is not happen naturally here, which led me to believe that the climate increase was artificial. I mean, you literally said that it doesn't happen naturally, then it definitely can't be natural.
If it doesn't happen, yeah. If it doesn't happen naturally, it's happening unnaturally.
Yeah? Artificial? Why that? You mean someone is manipulating all of this? Yeah.
According to that last sentence, it's not a question. She's stating that. So it's like, you mean someone is manipulating all this?
It's a kind of question that's not a need to answer. I mean nothing. A doctor alerted a few feet onto the screen. Once I came to this conclusion, I moved Oracle in, so there's no investigation. Through her, you were able to narrow down the list of suspects who would be behind this next escalation. I mean, none of anything early showed to the blood brotherhood, right?
Well, before you read on, let me ask you this. Do you think that the Brother Blood and his cult will be among the list of suspects they currently have?
They could be, but I would say no.
I'm thinking yes, because I believe they are competent enough to make that determination. Oracle, Nightwing, and all that, they're very good investigators, so I kind of think that they're smart enough to get on the right track, except I also think they have other suspects on the list as well. And maybe some of them are involved too. Like, however remotely it is, Deathstroke might be on that list.
I'm pretty sure Deathstroke is on that list, and with Deathstroke, they will go probably after him. They will find out who was the one who wrote something very strange. Well, let's see.
I'm thinking they're going to be kind of on the right track, but they'll have false suspects too.
Yeah. That's what I think as well. It depends on how much did they live. Did the corporate live.
Now, if you thought I was asking, they're only suspecting Brother Blood, then I agree with you. No, I don't believe they're that sharp yet. They would probably need to gather more evidence for that.
Yeah, we will see. As though prompted by his words, I can move up a little mugshots and dossiers, several of which Ruby and Juniper recognized instantly. And we got them, they saw the actor store and the Rule's name over the suspect, obviously. But to their surprise, large X's were emblazoned on each, because most of them are literally on the watch list, and they can check what they are spending money on, right?
I think it also is. Jump City's not normally their target area.
I mean, yeah. The other two, however, not. So it's gonna be Deathstroke and Mother Blood, probably. Then.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, two teams were couldn't take an item. The first was a middle-aged man with a thin beard around his mouth, one eye covered with an eye patch, and various of orange and dark blue armor. The second was simply a yes?
That's Deathstroke, alright.
The second was simply a silhouette of a tall, imposing figure. Who are they? From yes, and I can move to answer. Then Wilson, otherwise known as Deathstroke, the Terminator. No! I am back. I am the Terminator. That's what he's not. I mean, they could literally say that this is not the Terminator because we have fought the Terminator.
Oh my goodness. You know what just hit me? Well, okay, recently the Victor did confront a fictionalized version of the Terminator from the
Yeah.
movie, and he had full recognition of that fictional character. If that's true, then Slade Wilson could also recognize that title. Um, Now, I could either say that he named himself after that character, or Slade Wilson's narrowed his one eye and say that the Terminator ripped my name off.
I believe it is a different thing that he didn't call himself the Terminator. It's the people called him the Terminator.
That could be true too. But I don't think Wilson would object to that. I
And
think he would accept it.
yeah, I would say the Terminator for him is not a description, but a job title.
It's written with a capital T here, so yeah, it's said it almost as if it's a name. But really, it's implied here as a title.
Organization. Former US Special Forces and participated in the top secret experimental super soldier program. Bullets gave him air strength, novelty, vaccine, and more. The only thing he's missing is a shield. Later, he became a metahuman in all but name. The problem is, shortly after he left the military and became a mercenary. Several of his contacts were interested in him coming into conflict with the Titans repeatedly, and he had attempted to destroy them several times in the past. His most successful attempt involved a young metahuman from Markovia named Sarah Markov, codenamed Sarah. Infinity Intelligence destroyed the group from within.
It occurred to me that if Slade is a mercenary here, the heroes could hire him too, if they wanted to and paid enough.
I mean, yeah.
Mercenaries, they're only loyal to their contracts.
But we know the Titans don't really have that much money.
Except for, Robin.
Robin? Oh yeah, Robin, yeah. For some reason, I thought you meant Haven. Like, wait, what?
They're both kind of birds, but no, I'm talking about Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I realized it.
He's got the infamous Bat credit card.
I mean, we know that the villains more, will always go like, okay, but we can pay more.
Now, it already said in this paragraph, Slade had gone against the Titans multiple times. It just seems unlikely that that after all that, the Titans would hire Slade for something. And maybe Slade has a personal grudge against them too. If that's true, I'm not aware of the details. Why that's true?
I mean, wasn't there a scene where Slade and Robin actually work together? I kind of
Yes.
think that was.
I don't think that's entirely unreasonable, but I do think they still have some beef against each other. But from Slade's perspective, I don't know why.
Yeah, and I think my mother is coming home. Because Lorna running around. You can see, kind of see. But you can
Well,
only
Slade-
see. Also, wow, there is some happy light coming in. Oh, let me clean that. There we go. Hi.
You have the curtain blinds. I can see you from the shadows. Anyway, yeah. When Slade is against the Titans, I would typically imagine it's because someone hired him to do something that opposed the Titans' objectives.
Yeah, and I know that he was always like, I wouldn't do that. What you are doing is unnecessary work. He wouldn't want to work with the Titans. Because he doesn't like their motives. Terror is another thing. Terror was almost, I mean, he actually went in as an infiltrator, but actually started liking them.
Yeah. This just explains why Beast Boy is gonna have that reaction next paragraph.
Yeah. Beast Boy cool and grounded seed and a mention of terror. For me, a jetpack with eating terror was so subject for the boy. With help and no instantly recognizing it as going beyond the mere presence of even intense friendship. But chose to say nothing and allowed the Titans to continue. I think this might be one of his attempts to kill us, we are suggested. Leaning forward in a chair, and he was exhausted trying to stop a massive crime wave, would have set us off substantially. And if I'm reading this correctly, he has more than shortly before the crime wave began. But for once, I hope it's less so. That being implied. But obviously, he did not apply suspect this time. I can confirm that he left before the crime wave hit, and had not interacted with the citizens. I mean, that would be the most intense middle finger. Ah, I just came here in the fire and left. Maybe he is working from afar? It wouldn't be the first time. Cyborg added, obviously hoping beyond hope that the second man was not the root cause of this instant event, but Oracle's command. Now suggests that Harbour Fane that he is currently on a long-time contact with Lex Luthor. That's actually detailed. I mean, yeah, he even mentioned it to Mother Blood that I still have a contact.
And Lex is the one with the big bucks, while Deathstroke's the mercenary. So
Yeah?
there could be strong synergy between those two characters, and they have a similar moral ground too.
Nothing shipment and its facilities from authorities. Say what you will, but at least the man who lost his contact. Wait a second. He gave one creature to Mother Blood. We don't know what creature, we obviously know it's definitely gonna be a game, but we don't know for sure what creature was it.
Which Lex gained access to, so yeah, this is kind of...
Now the question is, did Lex give him the shipment, or did he steal from his contactee? And went against his orders? Because he is God.
That's a good question. But what I'm leaning on is Lex allowed it.
I would say he probably did.
Deathstroke's supposed to be loyal to his contracts, right? It even says that in that paragraph. So it seems out of character then he would steal from Lex. It's true he had access to it, but if he's loyal then he probably wouldn't steal from Lex. Instead, like, Lex would like, go ahead and give this to Brother Blood. When he pays you, give me half of the money. Or something like that.
I have a little magnet that he can use. If one of them escapes, one of the games escapes somehow, and Lex that's going to deal with it somehow. Kill it or something, just don't let anyone else know about it. He can get it and give it to Mother Blood, and that's with it.
I think Lex is testing the Grim. He allowed this escape of the sample to Deathstroke, to Brother Blood, knowing how he'd probably use it, and Lex is going to monitor the situation from afar. On top of that, it starts to exhaust the heroes. And you know that Lex is a brilliant genius, so he'd be thinking on multi-layered plans.
And because it is in the news, he knows that the car rate is actually going up.
Very much so, yes. Especially if you, however remotely, engineered this.
I mean, not only Lex has satellites in the space as well, and he can just see what's happening there.
What you're asking me if he had a space satellite?
Yeah, I think he does have some.
Yes, but I don't believe he lives in it like the Watchtower.
No, he doesn't live there, but he can watch what's happening from the satellite.
Correct. He has his own satellite, and it's also weaponized. Would that surprise you?
No.
Yeah.
Does his satellite look like this? Probably not.
I don't think even Lex is that rich. And for the Empire to afford that, they've gotten fortunes from multiple planets to pull that off.
I mean, we know that the Empire was taking money from the people of all
Yeah,
other planets.
and it's a galactic organization, so that
I
helps to
mean,
explain that.
there is a reason why the Rebel Army was a thing. It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be a thing if the Imperial Army was actually was very nice and actually helping the galaxy. That's unfortunate. I felt proud before moving her gaze to the other man. Who is the other? That will look back at the record and nodded.
Why would Starfire not recognize it?
Because
Okay,
it is just a silhouette of the screen. They don't know what they look like. As far as the image of that story was crossed out, I played with that over now faded silhouette. Ah, now they are showing the silhouette. He was a tall, imposing man with a modern hair, simple stylized, looked like horns, wearing a face gloves, face gloves. A wicked smile was on his face, but before anyone could say anything, a dense force emerged from Raven, and made them recoil suddenly. Mother of blood! They were hit with such venom that it surprised me, and Juniper. So once again, there is Mother in the universe. He's less horny than in the comics, from what I see.
a little bit top heavy. But maybe that's just the outfit.
He's more horny in the comics.
He's so horny. Yeah.
But somehow, for some reason,
You know, I could actually picture both of them being correct. This one is more like he's trying to be less inconspicuous, and then the other he's just going full villain mode, where he no longer has to hide his plans.
yeah. For some reason, my mind immediately goes to this. He could actually play Mother Blood if they ask him.
Let's consider why for a while. Go ahead.
I've heard his name before, but it's interesting. But you guys haven't yet elaborated on him. Who exactly is he? Mother Blood. Your name is Sebastian Blood the 8th. Overcome your family. He's the leader of the Church of the Blood. It's not a church! Raven interjected angrily. Going over the stars to face her. It's a damn code that purchased my father. Yes, but the building is still a church. Even though a code is actually residing within the church. Right? I would literally call the church more like a building style.
Definition wise, I'm not sure, but Seems to me that, yeah, the church would be any building designed for religious worship.
Even if it's the devil. Oh wait, no. A building used for public Christian worship.
Is that what it says?
Yeah?
Okay.
Oh yeah, because the Buddhists have temples, not churches. They don't have churches. And I don't think any other religion has church. Oh, like Buddhists. Yeah, that's right. Well, they were thinking for a few minutes before pressing their eyes button. Wait, and then they worship dragon? Unlike the parent worshippers, the other titans made them fully aware of who and the demon. A dark god from another dimension, one who had enslaved countless worlds over the centuries, and was considered the most powerful adversary the Titan ever faced. According to Beast Boy, River had formed the Titan just to live with them. Live with him. Wait, River formed the Titans?
I didn't know that either. Alright.
Yeah, I told it was Robin, but maybe Raven as Robin to be the leader, but actually it was her idea. The fact that the crew has worshipped him or things has warning signs blind to everyone. I mean, who else would worship him? Then we saw the alarm go whenever was facing, as well identified anger or Raven. He was lowering his palm to get them to calm down. What they did, waiting not quite considerable time for Raven to do so, he continued. Raven's account is accurate, but the blood leads to your child of blood. Not in church! A child of worshiping God that believes mankind is inherently sinful. And also, yeah, you can't, even if you say it's not a church, that's what they call themselves, so you can't really do anything about it. You can call them a cult of blood. But yeah, that's the only thing that you can do. Is call them a cult of blood. Those times they espouse the base of the truth and encourage people to submit to their vices in search of enlightenment. But in reality, they desire one and only one thing, someone tied to our blood, so that he can bathe it in fire and blood. I can press a few more buttons on her end. On her end, and open a few more feeds, several of which began to play at once. Evidence is scarce. They made sure to destroy all evidence they can get their hands on. Come out, technical guards, intimidation, and more. Oscar couldn't help but let out a confident spark. But obviously not everything. There will be a few scattered clues around certain hotspots of our activity. Such as, a door can pull up an image from burning upon a building. You recognize it immediately, and the one he and his team jumped into and tried to save anyone still at his side. He only managed to save a single firefighter and the family, but from what he heard, the fire didn't make it. A few hours before this building was set on fire, CCTV cameras caught a few individuals wearing gas robes, with face masks walking by the premises, repeatedly over the span of hours. As also narrated, the man and woman in question were shown walking by. The other trained the man that worshippers wearing those garments everywhere, not allowing them to be noticed by the cameras in this first place, while concealing their identity. But I still believe that this is not a hiccup. This is say the on demand. They want everyone to find out that it's them.
Yeah, probably. This is bait.
It's not bait. It's a trap.
Well, actually, it's bait on two levels. One, cause enough damage to the city to give motivation to go after the culprit, and then two, finally advertise who the culprit is so you know where to go.
Yeah, and hide most of the evidence, so you would think that you figured out who it is.
Well, the purpose of hiding the evidence is to delay the reveal of the culprit so that it can cause more damage in the meantime.
Why hasn't the police picked up on this? John pointed out. Look at similarities on the shots below, on the same building. Below this guy, he's not staring out the seemingly inconspicuous individual, didn't spare a hit, but he went inside. And so,
I think your mother's home.
yeah,
You're hearing noise.
bring them fast, member.
I remember you told me you're wearing noise canceling headphones, so you're not hearing what I'm hearing.
No, I'm not. I don't even know if there's any stopping point here. Because this guy didn't wear it when he went inside. I am sure he had been tenants for the past 2 years, renting a room on the top floor. On the day of the arson, he got home in the morning, went to work, and came back later that night to eat dinner with the other residents. During that event, he disappeared from internal security cameras for 10 minutes. Came back to finish eating, then went up to his room. At midnight, whatever sabotage he did set up set the building on fire, killing himself and 20 other people who were unable to get out in time. I'll be sure he killed himself. Yeah, correct and the news. He killed himself? Why? He's a fanatic. He was called Nelson. They all are. Let's have it to bring their law to a real world. Even emulation. That's not all. Let me continue. Several individuals have posted their social media accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This is Twitter before X. Posted combining each other's or subject matter online without consent, some of which wasn't even real. The X were concentrated among names with violent or controlling spouses, or loved ones, which often resulted in violence, which we have seen. That individuals were also stung by incremental blood causes beforehand, and helping out their target. But before that, made one such incident, at least in understand how the compromising photos were posted online in the first place. I mean, that's not good and true, because if they wasn't cheating, then there wouldn't be compromising photos to begin with.
Now that's the kind of stuff that Oracle could barely get a hands on remotely.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be like this really good hacker. Well, you gotta be very good to clean up all the evidence of online in order to erase every trace that she could possibly find.
I mean, that's the problem with online, with internet. If it's on the internet, you can't really delete everything anymore. If you upload something to the internet, at least one person has taken a photo of it or screenshot of it, so it's never gonna be fully deleted.
You know what? That's actually how some of the episodes of the old Doctor Who survived. Back in the days when VCRs were still new, but a few caught them and recorded episodes. And it was a good thing too because the originals got later destroyed.
Yeah.
So the copies ended up the only backups left.
similar events has transpired on the city for the past 2 weeks, all of which your girl has managed to save much blood shortage. But the immediate piece of evidence and emotion for Oregon to continue, and the wheelchair bound girl immediately pulled up a security camera playing across the scene from Blood's Church in the heart of Yum City. There was surprise, he saw the blood of her right hand. Actually, a man they recognized as a normal-looking memorial boy said. The widow fast forwarded to just 30 minutes later, when a now terrified-looking more spitting out of the church, slipping on the wet concrete, and mud of blood washed on. God damn it! That's the god. Celestial. My name is Celestial Cyborg. Probably because of God. Cyborg God. Catching his face with more similar and rage. That's not the face in leader. It's obvious meaning behind it. He apparently said it. It's to stop him now. I must agree with the plan, Miss Boy. That's her end. Whatever the mother of blood plans by me, we can allow them to come to fruition. Beyond, Raymond and Ruby and Juniper all in agreement. Let's move back to the...
Think about this then. You know, the Titans should be aware what the Brother Blood's ultimate objectives are, and which member of the Titans is specifically tied to that. So, it'd be wise if they take that into account. And towards the bottom of the page, god damn it, is you were somewhere. Are you still looking for the end? It's not where we left off. No, that's too far.
Yeah.
I didn't read this part.
Yeah, I found it. I still miss the bookmark feature. Well, Haven and Ruby Juniper all look in agreement. However, Cyborg remains relatively composed, given his meeting Sunny, that looks to work at everyone. As much as I want nothing more to simply march in, to kick ass and chew bubblegum, as nicknames, it's good work. Not with what we have now, he pointed out. What are you talking about? Of course it's good, he pointed out, only for Wise to see what time I was nothing at. No, it wasn't. Wise sighed and frowned. It's not conclusive. Next can make that case back to the Church of Blood. The role will prevent the police from identifying the patient or appearance. It's American even recommended to pick up on that sort of movement. Almost appeared in Blood's church before an incident can be argued by him as him trying to provide comfort to a clear about man. The author can be explained as an action of single man, not that because of closely that told him to. Any competent lawyer, not even a competent lawyer, just an ignorant lawyer as well, which the emotionally could afford, would be able to argue against such circumstantial evidence because of law. And this is why some of the heroes maintain that, okay, if the law is not taking care of the obvious culprits, then we will.
Yeah, you know, not all the heroes are rich like Bruce. There's some villains that's very rich too. Therefore, they can afford very good lawyers.
I mean, yeah, even look, if they caught Luthor or anything, he would just get out. Or even sue them back.
If we're talking about criminally minded characters anyway, they might go additional layers and start like threatening the family of the judge or something like that. Yeah. They don't care about the law. Well, it depends who they are, but some might go that far.
Or even easier, just sentence everyone in the jury and the judges as well.
I don't know if it's easier, but that can be effective if it's done to that degree.
Yeah. Especially with people who actually have influence, and a lot of people behind them.
Yep.
You seem to catch on to that here quick, Beastboy pointed out, and Mike nodded. By following this all the time, yeah, that is definitely right.
I thought so too.
Because, yeah, Mike's father was on the morally and lawfully in the right gray area, using slaves in the mines and stuff like that. So, even though slavery was closed off by that point. So, literally, not really slaves, they were being paid, but innocent they were slaves.
I can imagine business practices like that creating some of the other villains that was in the show.
I mean, Blake was part of that organization, which was, yes, Rice's father. It presented Rice's statement before leaning forward across the desk. So, we did more cooking evidence then. Something he can't lawyer is made out of. And it is there? Yes, actually, Orca replied. For the past few weeks, the General Blood has been ordering substantial amounts of supplies from overseas. It was also in that they were simply food and other such materials meant for their congregation. But whoever they bought their food from wouldn't send less dogs to secure it. I mean, it depends on what the food is. Listening to what or compose a CCTV feed of the dogs, showing a large cargo ship entering the port. Standing aside the ship's bench, and in the summer was the almost visage of that dog watching over the ship. Once again, the Remnantians were impressed by Orca's ability to even pick it up and pick up on it. Had she not done so, it most accurately would have been hidden by them, completely. I mean, finding water would not be a problem for Oracle. I love that voice, the noise. There you go.
Oh,
You must definitely find it.
I found him.
I found him as well. Maybe because I placed him. They have had a few more shipments in them, all at regular intervals. In the past one, other one should be coming in tonight. We are doing the early episode when they were literally taking on one of the shipments.
And did it occur before this moment? In their timeline?
Yeah, it happened before this moment.
Okay.
Nice beginning. I only have someone on the side and the north, watch over everything, and we will be meeting up with her soon to take the place out. Yeah, that happened before the Writer Festival, and the Writer Festival was when Maniac actually attacked. So we actually plan on it, understanding the plan almost immediately. This is go in, wait them out, and intercept the shipment and it enter the spot. And catch Battle Blood red-handed. In most meaning. Sounds good to me. Excellent. Can you connect from side to side, as she did. When do we head out? Instead of admitting answer, Nightwing looked her in the eye, as you can tell. From one hearing more than by, or to catch back out inside, and finally remember. Oh! Isn't that today? It's asking everyone surprised. I completely forgot. I remembered. You'll be cut in with a whole look. And for sister and team, look at her with an incredulous look. You remember our weekly session with Megan, but that's not your own birthday. Right, Ed? Don't be shocked. I mean, yeah, because Megan's weekly session happens weekly, every week. It's easier to forget something that happens only once a year. What? We've been doing stuff since we are on Earth. It's regular by this point.
Do you recall the last time you actually forgot your birthday came up and that it snuck up on you?
No, but I don't really call out when it's happening.
Okay.
I usually know when it's my birthday because I take that day off from work, usually.
Okay.
Why shouldn't have must have heard? Heard at her leader statement before looking at the rest of the title. But we should put it aside. Hey! If you need any assistance from us, we can always call it off and toss it another day. We'll be fine, and we decide with other satisfied. Consider it a day off. A well-deserved day off, mind you. Okay, if you are sure, you're saying, oh, that's an item that was me. You mean you're sure of not being decision, yet at the same time useful. A day off from everything sounded amazing in his mind, and he could tell the rest of his plan. So the same. That means nothing, then folds his arm behind his back. We will remain in regular contact. In most you all and work on doing the operation. And we will let you and Megan know if you need assistance. Yeah, if there's a thumbs up. And the rest of our team agree pattern in understanding. I mean nothing back, then look at the rest of the title. Sans Megan. Sans?
Excluding.
Ah. I have to bring him up. Make him back up.
Yeah, I know you're bringing it up now.
I make him become sad. Let's have a thing. It's about time we had it over. Don't want to keep her waiting. Following night week's order.
Sing break is coming up soon.
Yeah, that's I mean I'm something. No, the Titans rolls out to the scene. And next time the conference accident, not accident. The conference room. Honestly heading towards the garage and meet my complaint about how they got they know, but he didn't. Or we couldn't tell about wonder what vehicle they would take before deciding on the T-sub. Which is not a yellow submarine, but white and blue. We knew this was the best option for taking out a dockyard. He and the others then turned to face Meryl, who was smiling at them comfortingly. Well then, shall we begin? No, you can't, because we will begin it next week. I would be able to continue, but as you heard, my mother asked me to join her. So I won't be here anymore, sadly.
But your throat is feeling fine?
Not the best, but I could go further. But it's fine,
Okay.
it's probably, we are probably around halfway.
Yeah, you might take a while before you reach the next sing break. And also, take a glance how long the video's already been.
Yeah? It's almost, not, it's more than half hour. It's fine, I still confident. So yeah.
It's kind of a nice story to discuss stuff with you. How we toss about theories and debates around it.
Yeah, just in case I'm saving, so. Yeah, it's sad that I have to leave so soon because we will be able to talk a lot more about what is happening. But yeah, we definitely have a suspect. We don't have evidence yet, and that's gonna be happening next time. Trying to find some more evidence to actually.
I had a feeling that the true culprit would be on their radar, but they were on target a lot more than I suspected they would.
Yeah.
The reason why they are though is because all the evidence they've collected together. That's
No,
more than one.
the reason is because they want them to find him. They want Haven to go there on their own. Because Haven is the key for Tigon. Literally.
I don't know if they're expecting Raven to show up solo. It probably seems unrealistic to them, but I guess it would fit their desires to make her easy to capture.
I mean, I don't know the powers of Mother Blood. Does he even have any powers? Or is he just a normal human? Or does Tigon even give him some portion of his powers? We don't know. I don't know.
I only know tiny smatterings of it. Some I've seen from the shows, others I played myself in a video game. Then one of the missions was about them. From what I can tell, the powers of that particular villain cult extends beyond the individual, and it's more like the potential of the entire cult together. And they have cultish-like magic, especially demonic type.
Yeah, I remember this scene of him. This is literally probably after this one. This is not his form yet.
Yeah, when they're in full swing, they're channeling a lot of demon magic.
So yeah, the reason why they are leaving is to catch him red-handed. Which might actually happen.
Well, it's more than just his hands, it's red in this case.
I mean, there you go then. Now he's hands.
The best description I could probably call for him, for his personal powers, is he's probably much like a D&D warlock.
Yeah,
no powers,
no
powers of his own. Oh, no powers of his own. Any magical powers is channeling otherworldly entities through him.
And tell me of Raven who is literally a sorcerer.
Yeah, of a demonic bloodline.
Yeah.
She basically is the kind of powers that they try to channel.
I mean, that has been in D&D as well, that they can get powers by forging a contact, or they can steal powers from other demons and higher beings as well.
Yep.
So, I mean, we don't even know if Monoman actually wants Tyron to come to this one, or does he want to steal his power? That could be a. I mean, I don't know. You might actually know, but I don't know if he. What is his true goal?
I don't know for sure, but I do suspect it's worship, so he's probably loyal to Trigon instead of trying to steal from him.
No, I believe every other group member is loyal. I'm not sure about him.
Anyway, yeah, best description for them is they're a cult of warlocks.
Yeah. But as I said, I have to leave. So thank you everyone for being here, and see you next time. Which obviously there's gonna be a pop-up happening at one point that is gonna be happening. It's gonna be probably next week. I'm not sure when yet. Probably. Probably on Wednesday or Thursday. Sorry.
I left a video link for you too.
Yeah, I will check it back when I come back.
Okay.
So, see you next time. Bye bye.